What's up, monster truck fans? Thomas Borders here with another segment of Monkey Wrench coming to you here tonight. You know, you always hear me talk at the end of our segments. Make sure you put down in the comments what you want to see us do next. We do look at those comments. We've had a lot of people ask about the safety inside the monster trucks. So tonight, let's talk monster truck safety. You know, inside these trucks, we got a lot of great safety stuff that keeps the drivers secure inside the truck, keeps them from moving around, getting hurt. You know, back in the old school days, they had, heck, a lot of them used van seats, you know, but they had a suspension tile seat in there. Some of them had rock solid seats. They did everything they could to try to keep them as safe as they could inside them trucks, but you moved around like crazy. Well, in the new school trucks, that just don't happen. Each one of us drivers, we all have a custom made seat that are fit to the driver. This here is an ISP seat, and they have recently went out of business. But there's Butler seats out there, there's Ultra Shield. I think there may be even a couple other small companies out there making seats as well. So, you know, they all run a containment seat. So what's a containment seat? As you can see here, I am fit, tight, and snug inside here. We have pieces that come up, support our shoulders. That keeps our top part of our body from moving. We have pieces here. When we have our helmet on, that keeps our head from flopping back and forth inside the truck. So, you know, you can see these seats, they are tight. So whenever you see the drivers get inside the trucks and the announcer's telling you, you know, they're trying to get all their safety equipment set and then down inside the truck, that's what they're doing. They're trying to get seated down in here. You know, literally, I have to wiggle to get myself down in this seat. But once I'm in here, I'm locked in and secure. All right, fans, we're gonna keep moving along on this different safety stuff inside of a monster truck. You know, you see here, I got a 5-point harness on inside this truck. What calls it? Why is it a 5-point harness? Well, there's 5 different points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what holds us inside these seats. You know, we pull these down good and tight, and that locks us into the seat, but you can only pull these belts so tight. So in the monster trucks, we have ratcheting belts. What makes them a ratcheting belt? Well, down here beside the seat, I actually have a ratchet strap handle. This is a 3-inch handle off of a military grade ratchet strap. And I can sit there, as you can see, I can literally ratchet the belt down and pull it tight down onto me. That holds us deep down inside these trucks. Some of these drivers have ratchet belts that use like a ratchet that you would work on your car with. I like this style right here because I can reach down there, really get a hold of it, and ratchet myself tight. So if I get a little loose out there during freestyle, I know where that's at. I don't have to find this little bitty 1/4-inch ratchet to tighten myself down even tighter inside this truck. All right, fans, you want to know some more safety stuff inside these monster trucks? Well, inside every monster truck out there, we have a RII. What is an RII? Is a remote ignition interrupter. So at a push of a button, what looks like a walkie-talkie, the track officials can push that button. It shuts the truck down from up to a 1/4 mile away and kills the engine. So as you can see, when I turn the power on, there's light, different color lights. That is for different channels inside it. So sometimes they'll have a left lane racing and a right lane racing, or you'll even have a center lane. Or if you got a truck that may be acting up, they'll try to find a channel that works good inside the truck. So whenever they kill that button, the light will go out. We have a reset here to be able to reset the truck, but it does have a time delay in it. So a driver cannot just reach up and reset it and keep going and override the RII system. Also inside the monster trucks, we have a fire suppression system inside the truck. So if we were to get upside down and on fire and trapped inside the truck, we can pull the fire ring here. It'll set off the fire suppression system. We have one nozzle right here blowing right down on us. We got a couple blowing back here on the engine and the transmission, and it hopefully will put out that fire and help us get out of these trucks. All right, fans, you heard me talk about the seat. You heard me talk about seat belts, RII, fire suppression systems. But we have one more thing inside the truck that's kind of a little bit of a safety device. Some may say no, some may say yes, but down here on our foot, we have a hot foot racing pedal. You know, pretty much every truck out there runs one of these. But as you can see right here on top of the pedal, right there, that is a tow strap. Why do they have that on the trucks? Well, just in case this throttle was to get stuck wide open, we can actually reach up there with our foot, hit that, and lift up on the pedal and kill the throttle on the truck. So that's kind of a little bit of the last safety device there on it. I'm sure there's some more on here that I've missed, but maybe we'll talk about that in another segment. Hope you guys enjoyed this segment here. Make sure you like, comment, share. Tell us down in them comments what you want to see. Like I said, we listen to all you fans. We love seeing your comments. Make sure you check us out, Monkey Business Motorsports. We'll see you all next time.